What's up, y'all? It's your boy DSC, and we're here with another edition of our YouTube. Today, we're going to be talking about Russell Westbrook. And I did this edit for him, and we're going to be going over this and this take that I've been putting together for a long time now. Why it's time for Russell Westbrook to take back his throne as one of the best players in the NBA. He's criminally underrated this time. Everyone says he's overrated. It's actually becoming disrespectful at this point, and it's time for Westbrook to show the haters who he is on the Washington Wizards. I can't wait for this one. Make sure you subscribe down below because, honestly, guys, there's going to be a lot more good content coming. You don't want to miss it, so stay tuned for the video. What's going on, guys? It's your boy DSD, and we're here with another edition of our YouTube. This one was super cool. I had a ton of fun making this because I'm not saying I'm a Westbrook fan as much as just that I respect the guy. And the hate for this man has gotten way too much, and I'm here to defend him once and for all. People want to paint Russell Westbrook into like a bad player or something. It's amazing to me. The guy's a phenomenal talent, maybe like a generational player. Does unbelievable things on a daily basis. He's a great teammate. All these people say he's a bad teammate too, which is amazing to me because every single one of his players that he's played with say he's their favorite teammate. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. So let's talk about this edit really quick. I wanted to get a vibe of Russell Westbrook doing some sort of, sitting excited, his jersey coming off because he's on a new team now, and then I want Bradley Beal in the background. So I wanted to have a perception that there was like a net in the background. So I'm putting together the audience right now. And actually this was pretty crazy because I kind of put it together and it actually looked a lot better than I expected it to. So originally I found a photo of Westbrook just sitting on the ground, and I didn't like his face in it. He looked too rough and tough and mad, so I wanted to get him excited vibe because I think Russell Westbrook is one of the most dynamic players I've ever seen play. And I love watching him. So I guess I am a Russell Westbrook fan. I never really kind of thought about it until I'm filming this, but I really respect the guy. I was even going to do some sort of like gunshots coming out of his hands, but I don't know. I kind of like the vibe that it was very basic and very, specific in it. I like the vibe of it, so I didn't add that. I had that one prepared that was like my mindset, but going into these, you usually change. So the hardest part with these type of art, specifically in my opinion, is getting things to match. So right now I'm doing the color correction on his face to make it match his body. If you don't do that, it looks very obviously wrong. So now we're pretty good now. Now I'm doing shadowing around the neck just to give that perception that his neck is attached to his body. People lose out on the fine details. Like right now I'm doing a shadow for him. If you don't have that, it doesn't look like he's there. He's unattached. So you got to have it make it look lifelike. So let's just talk about some of the things that Russell Westbrook has accomplished. Before I do that, I wanted to talk about this really quick. I forgot to mention this, that I got the Bradley Beal. It was only his upper body and his half his legs. So I want him to be standing. So I found another photo and attached it and somehow made it work. I'm actually super impressed myself there. But back to Westbrook. Couple things that he's done, just pretty average things that every other NBA player does, according to all these people saying he's overrated. He's won the MVP. He's a 9-time All-Star. He's won the MVP All-Star Game MVP twice. He led the league in assists 2 times. He was a 2-time scoring champ. He was 9-time All-NBA, and 5 of them were second All-NBA. And he averaged a triple-double for 3 seasons consistently. I'm going to let that sit in. Who does that? Triple-double against every team. He's had a triple-double against every team, and he averaged a triple-double 3 years in a row. Wow. That's phenomenal, guys. Talent-wise, Russell Westbrook might be one of the best we've ever seen. You know, he's obviously not as efficient as, you know, other point guards, but 110% every single game. It's unbelievable. He doesn't dog any play. He wants to win, and that, you know, he wants to win. That's really it. And it's amazing to me that you got these people saying that he's not a good teammate. All he cares about is winning. He's super intense. He's super, you know, fight. He loves his teammates. Like, I don't know. People are crazy if you don't respect the hell out of Russell Westbrook. So Russell Westbrook, in my opinion, is, you know, probably just outside the top 10 right now, just due to his last previous season he had. He didn't have the best season, obviously. So, you know, but he was still good. He had good numbers. But I think instantly by them being the Wizards got Westbrook, I think that they're a playoff team overnight. It's not even a question to me. It went from being, you know, they're a borderline good team. They could be like, you know, like a 6 to 8 seed. I know that's not great, but Russell Westbrook is automatically a playoff player on every team he plays on, basically. I thought a really interesting stat was that Westbrook only didn't average over 20 points twice, and it was his first and second year, and he scored like 15 and 16 points. Guy is ridiculous. Just like instantly good in the NBA. Instantly. Just trying to make the match now. The jersey swap isn't super important because it's going to be under the dispersion that I have going for from the Houston Rockets jersey. So it's not super important. Doesn't need to be exact. It doesn't look great right now, but once we get the, you know, the particles of clothing flying over it, we're in good shape. I'm trying to create an effect of like a ripped vibe. I always put a lot of time into this because I want to like visualize what pieces of the jersey I want to be visible. So I always want to get a little bit of the number and a little bit of the logo, or, you know, whatever the name across the chest, and then, you know, give a little bit of the previous jersey as well. Like as I'm working on right now, it's pretty clear that I like to have specifics because I also want to show a lot of character in the edit, and this is a great way to do it. So once you add a little bit of darkness below with the curve adjustment layer, you're going to have a little bit more separation so it looks more real. My message to Russell Westbrook this year is to be the absolute dog that he once was on the Thunder, and regain that, that claim as one of the best players in the NBA, because I still think he has it. And all these people want to dog him and whatever. I think that this is his time again. And truly, I think that people are making a mistake by, counting him out. He's a great player. I mean, honestly, a great player. I'm not even sure how people don't like him. He has every single characteristic that you want on your team. So now I'm just trying to get different types of like chunks of the jersey coming off. So I use different types of brushes, and I don't know. I usually mess around with this. It takes me a little while to mess around with it. Then once I get it done, we're, good. I also wanted to look like it was coming directly from the white, so I made it look like it was like stretching off, so it added more character. As this YouTube video is going on, I guess I'm becoming a huge Russell Westbrook fan. I just now I'm really rooting for the guy. I think this is the perfect opportunity for him to show his stuff and get back to where he once was, one of the top dogs. I still think he's there. I mean, I truly think that the Rockets made a huge mistake. I think that John Wall is good, but he had a lot of injury history. Westbrook's not the same. Westbrook has had some injuries, but not like John Wall. So I don't know. Russell Westbrook gives you 100% every game, and that's all I care about on my team. I want my guys to work hard, and Russell Westbrook does that for you no matter what day of the week it is. If it's the 82nd game of the year or the first game of the year, he's going to play hard, and that's all you care about. Now I'm working on the different types of coloring on Westbrook. Really just trying to get, that deep depth of, under his legs, under his arms, all that. And I tend to kind of bounce back and forth as I get bored, so I go back and forth. So sorry if that's a little confusing to you, but I generally like to do one at a time, but sometimes it takes a long time, so I'm like, I need a break and do something else. I always do 3 different layers of coloring. I do one highlight, one medium curves adjustment layer, and then one really dark curve adjustment layer. So it gives a really perception of far depth and just a lot of color and, just character. Now I'm trying to match the colors of both jerseys, and the hardest part with combining 2 different people in any edit is matching skin color. It's so crazy how you think that, one person is one color and you're like, oh yeah, that's just what It's like you got some green in you got some, red, and it depends on the photo too, which is crazy. And this is what you call the annual DSD edit, where randomly I decided that I need to add something else, and it was the ball here, and it actually added up a really nice feature. And there it is, guys. Had a lot of fun with this one. Make sure you let me know down below what you think and who I should do next. And as always, hammer that subscribe button because you know what we need to do. Love y'all.